Welcome back to the PGL Quake Champions Open, and I know everybody out there has been buckled in, strapped up, and ready for these group stages, and we're getting down to the bottom of the barrel, but it's getting a little bit thicker in the action department here as we're getting into our penultimate game of the day. It's going to be CNZ and K1llsen, and we're going to be having a little bit of Flea action, a little bit of K1llsen action as we get towards that.
Hey, good to be back.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, last games of the day, and they're going to be good, no doubts.
I feel like you and Zoot are just really mean to me lately.
Lately?
Just really late. Okay. Always mean to me. Really laying into me like this match.
Okay.
I was going to say one of them, but actually I have no idea who's going to win this because in this matchup, this isn't the first time
I mean, I wasn't expecting you to. It's okay.
Okay.
The bar is set low. That's what Flea's here for.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you know, it's been good, guys.
But of course,
I'll do it solo.
The groups have been just as cruel and unusual to our players as we've been to Jason today. And I mean, CNZ and K1llsen, of course, they've already had a bit of a history. Let's take a quick look at Group D, because actually we've got Sirius waiting for the loser of this match.
Yeah.
So he's still possibly in this, and I'm sure he's going to be watching this one very carefully.
Yeah, I mean, he knocked out Avek in a 2-1 game earlier, so serious. He's got some serious skills, that's for sure. He's waiting out there. I saw him walking around earlier, and he's ready to go.
So I'm looking at this, and I'm remembering K1llsen beat Sirius in the first game of the day.
Yeah.
So even if he does lose this match against CNZ, he's already been prepared for this match to maybe do it twice in a row like we saw Razy do against Cypher. So going to be interesting for K1llsen because he already lost to CNZ yesterday. Now he's up against him again here in the winner bracket final. And I think it's also really important for a lot of these games of coming through first seed versus second does make a big difference.
Yeah.
I say that, and I also remembered to hang second seed out of his group with Rafa's. So it really is not going to get much easier from here on, but it does make things a little bit easier to not have to play that extra game, to be able to relax, kind of watch the VODs of people you're potentially going to be playing against later on tomorrow. But this is going to be a tough one. We didn't get to catch this match on stream yesterday.
No,
K1llsen
but
versus CNZ.
thankfully we get to see K1llsen now, and actually he's probably one of the most relaxed players around. Like, he is just got this consistent temperament. You can see him on the monitors behind us, but let's take a closer look and get real personal. That 1,000 yards there, but you can tell he's concealing a smile just a second away there. And hopefully he can take that into the game itself. And, you know, one of these players is going to be moving forward, definitely. Yep. And then the other player will have to face off against Sirius. And if I'm either of them, I wouldn't want to be facing that.
Definitely. Also worth pointing out is that Sirius and CNZ have already played each other earlier in the first day of the tournament. And Sirius won 2-0 against CNZ. So that's not looking good for CNZ if he loses against K1llsen. So
yeah, it's difficult to kind of take like these trifectas and start going, okay, A beats C and B beats A.
Oh, yeah. Transitive property.
Yeah, it's difficult, and it's not something you can always rely on, but you have to be thinking about it going into the series.
Oh yeah, it's just like a perfect triangle here. A beats B, B beats C, and then C beats A again. So it's almost impossible to make any real predictions here.
Well, we're going to find out if K1llsen is rock or scissors.
Or lizard or Spock. Maybe it's a whole different game.
Yeah, who
maybe
knows?
Shotgun, pen missile, Tiger Claw.
I've actually heard for some, I don't remember who it was, but apparently like rock, paper, scissors, toilet was a thing. Like toilet beats paper, but rock beats toilet, and I don't know how scissor works into this equation. But K1llsen in this equation, I feel like he's similar to Raph. Now, hold on. Now I get why the bar's low. Yeah. I got it. Now I understand. I'm not even offended anymore. I'll just take that L to my grave. But I think K1llsen's similar to Rafa. I feel like the longer the tournament goes on, the better he gets.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's definitely one of the players who can take this all the way if he gets through today, if he beats CNZ right now.
And certainly had a lot of work to get through to this point, and you can kind of see on his face he's realizing, like, wow, I'm this close to actually just getting forward into tomorrow, and it's a big difference between, you know, getting to bed early and getting ready for competition tomorrow, or having a really nice evening.
With a really painful tomorrow.
Yeah.
But this will be, if K1llsen gets through to this one, like the first time he's been able to progress this far in a LAN tournament in quite a long time. I mean, he won the Italian Open back in November, which was literally almost a year ago today, as we're like just a few weeks out from when it happened. But I mean, yeah, I want to see him continue this kind of route, but I'm also happy to see CNZ, who, you know, he filled in for Nitrino to play with Cooler in 2-on-2 at QuakeCon, didn't have a lot of time to practice, but it's nice to see, you know, we have some quote-unquote unfamiliar names, you know, not the standard household ones that normally get through to these major events and through to these playoff brackets. To see him here now in his chance to break through to playoffs.
Oh, yeah, this has actually been a huge LAN party just in terms of body count even.
Yeah, 60
like
players.
Yeah. Or is it 55 or 60?
And just because of the nature of the broadcast, we don't get to highlight everybody. But it's been a lot of players who now have some LAN experience under their belt. They're getting kind of affected by the Quake bug, the LAN bug.
Yeah.
And as we get into CNZ and K1llsen, it's Blood Run. And was this K1llsen's pick?
No, CNZ.
CNZ
Okay,
picked this
good.
one.
Because I was thinking, K1llsen, you do know there's a tribal on this map. K1llsen hates the tribal. Yeah.
He does. And CNZ banned Nyx, whereas K1llsen banned Pfizer.
And then we see pretty much a mirror match here, I'm guessing. Wouldn't be surprised to see K1llsen go over to BJ. Thing is, Clutch, we saw it once today with Razy.
Yeah.
And I remember back when we had, I want to say it was like the first Beat Invitational, K1llsen tried learning how to play Clutch. He actually goes Ranger at the end. Then you realize half the way through the tournament, he's like, yeah, it's not working. I'm not going to do it. But I know he practiced it since then. So I'm curious if that's going to be like the secret ace up his sleeve that he's got. Maybe pull that one out and use Clutch to the same kind of level. I don't know if he can do it to the same kind of level as Razy, but it would catch a lot of people off guard.
Yeah, I mean, K1llsen is, or Clutch rather, is difficult to use. I was talking to the Hang about it earlier, and he was like talking about how situational it is and how risky it is just to play Clutch, because if your shield goes down, you're a sitting duck. So
I mean, a lot of people know how to play up against Clutch. Not a lot of people know how to play up against a Tribolt on Blood Run. So best of luck to both CNZ and K1llsen. I'm going to watch it from the comfort of elsewhere. You guys have to be stuck there at the desk.
yeah, and here we go. We're starting this one off.
Say like it's a
far
bad thing.
on CNZ, I believe. Yep, CNZ picking the Galena first. Mega will be going to him. K1llsen will be starting off on the heavy side. So far, pretty slow start, no aggressive moves, as you sometimes see on this map, especially with the Ranger. That orb can get you anywhere at any time.
It's funny, you know, we mentioned about the Tribal on this map and thinking about Rafa and Dehang earlier on playing against Agent. I just wanted Dehang to come back after beating him like 3-0 on this map to be like, see Rafa, that's how you do it. That's how you deal with the Tribal, and that orb has shattered CNZ into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, K1llsen, very good use of that orb. Now looking to get some rails in. Just gonna go for heavy instead after missing that first one. K1llsen, really good position of control right now, but he has to be careful because Death Knight, those flames, they hurt. And if they catch you at the wrong spot, oh, he's walking into it. Confident in his aim, and yes, he is. K1llsen, Railson, living up to the name. Jason, I know you're not quite on board yet, but that was a good shot. And
I said, if he can do a couple games like that, I would start to get on board here. And you know what? I'm starting to maybe believe.
Starting to feel the hype.
Because those were a couple of really sick shots. And, I mean, unfortunately for CNZ, he's the one to pay the price here as K1llsen's looking to live up to that name, trying to fake out on a rock. Oh, it's
working!
He's going to come into the trap!
Oh, my God. And CNZ suicides with his own nails.
Damn. Yeah, look at K1llsen. Looks at the camera, gives a little fist bump there, a little thumbs up. He's happy about that. Why would you not be happy about that? Gets the shove, gets an instant. There we go. Even K1llsen overlaid on the screen because that's how dominating he was, and forces CNZ to get that suicide. He's got to feel confident now for that.
Yeah, I mean, you see it often, people trying to fake the rocket jump, but how often does it work that well? Very, very rarely.
Oh, wait. Ooh. Interesting. I thought the orb went under the ledge, but he actually was on top of it, I guess.
Yeah, he still made it up there on time, picking up the heavy. No delay between the two items, but on Blood Run, when there's a Ranger involved, that doesn't really matter all that much.
See, I'm looking at this, Flea, and I'm wondering, how much does K1llsen know about the movement in this map? Because earlier on today, we saw with Agent and Rafa and Dehang, he would rocket jump up to heavy from that hourglass on the right-hand side, as we see from K1llsen's point of view.
Right.
And then also, we've seen people be able to solo rocket jump up. For instance, that one, sorry. To not have to do a double rocket jump, which he just did. And then early on, I saw some like questionable jumps out of him too, like for instance with the orbs, where he could have saved the orb in that situation, but he instead didn't go for the tribal jump, which he just does now. So I'm just curious why he's decided to, you know, eat away at his own stack in some of the situations, but I can't really question too much because again, these rails, has he missed any?
I don't know
Okay,
yet.
technically yes, he's 4 for 8, but it doesn't seem like it because it seems like we've caught every single one he's hit.
Yeah, well, he's gonna need more than just a railgun, and he's using that orb expertly to get himself over to the rockets. Now he has all of the main weapons, finally at long last, using the tribal so effectively. CNZ has to back away. He's low. K1llsen should have a really good idea of where his opponent is right now. Gotta go for heavy first. Getting stacked up, and now he might actually find CNZ on the Mega. Can he cut him off?
Thing is, he's still going to have to respect... Oh my god, these rails. He still have to respect the Death Knight even with this stack. But with that rail hitting initially, he might have the opportunity to make the push happen. And he knows he has CNZ locked into this small little room. And the Tri-Bolt coming through. And CNZ is just trying to fight out of this situation.
Yeah, might have been better off going with the rail right there, though. 18 damage versus the 90 that he probably would have hit. And K1llsen is just sitting on this right now. He knows that CNZ has nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and so he's just going to slow it down and go ahead and pick up both major items, make himself so stacked. 170, 170, doesn't quite go up, throws it up there. I think he was contemplating it.
Yeah, that was respect right there for the Death Knight. He's like, all right, I have a massive stack. I just got Mega, I just got Heavy, I just railed you, and yet I'm going to respect your ability because I know how strong it can be. And he's going to just play for the slower game now. Yeah,
absolutely. You sometimes just have to be careful. You want to take the fights that are advantageous for your champion in keeping into account your ability and also the opponent's. And again, basically back where we were 30 seconds ago, CNZ stuck in the same corner. K1llsen gonna try and do some damage, but in the end just loop around, getting both major items again. But the thing is that CNZ is himself still looking reasonably stacked, around 100 health, 80 armor at the time. K1llsen might land a good rail right here. Nope, not going to connect yet, but the second one will. He's expecting CNZ to go through the teleporter, which is exactly what he did, and CNZ is really just making that his safe space. He's got full control of that little area, and he knows that it's so difficult for K1llsen to pull in, because no matter what side K1llsen comes from, CNZ can get out, and he's got those flames.
But this is good now, right? Because now he's going to have the stack, and he knows that the Fire Strike is now going to be down. So this is going to be the moment for him to push in to make the play happen. 20 seconds left to go, and CNZ still picking up those hourglasses to limit that cooldown. K1llsen yet still hasn't been able to force the fight.
Nope, not so far, but he should know that CNZ probably doesn't have his ability up just yet. Might still try to make use out of it. CNZ dropping down, he's now down below. K1llsen forcing him out of his safe space. Here we go. K1llsen might actually orb up this, but at this point it's so dangerous because the Death Knight has got his ability back.
Oh, that was a lot of damage actually. Yeah. Doesn't have Die Orb, but he's going to actually go for the rail on the cross. CNZ being so brave about this.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all. I mean, I thought that he was just going to run away. K1llsen just waiting for that rail. He's looking for the angle. Oh, wow, he gets it on his foot. And another one. Now he's going to orb up. Definitely going to push in through the fire. Oh, yeah, he's dead.
And that's what Death Knight can do to you.
Yeah, if you stand in the flames, you're going to feel the burn. CNZ getting the rockets now. 1-1. Both players have lost one champion, and we're almost to the time limit, so one next frag could change it all. CNZ landing some good damage.
Bye-bye.
I can't believe that rocket didn't hit.
Yeah, but that's going to be K1llsen getting a massive kill there too. The great timing coming through with the Mega pickup at the exact same time. There's going to be the Doga coming through. He gets the armor, he gets the mid-air rockets, and all he needs to do is just drag out time. He has a lot of health to pick up here on the high ground, and another 25 as well. But 30 seconds to go, and K1llsen will have a second round done.
Yeah, very smart play by K1llsen. He knew that CNZ couldn't afford to get up there any way, shape, or form, so he just backed off, got himself some health bubbles, and now he's in a very defensible position. But he's taking that one rail, can't stick around for too long. No health bubbles available, not even the small armor. 10 seconds to go. CNZ might be able to make something out of this. He is on the BJ, doesn't have his ability just yet, though. There come the defensive flames. No. 30 points of health. Missing the shot. K1llsen, what are you doing? Oh, you still heard the rail come through at the very end, but no angle. Unfortunately, K1llsen 2-0. Good place.
I honestly thought he was going to throw that too. He messed up the the flame strike so bad there, coming through the teleporter. He was expecting CNZ to be around the corner a little bit quicker than he actually did, so that allowed CNZ to be confident in that push to go in towards K1llsen. But again, CNZ not going to be going for the Ranger. Didn't actually go for the pick onto him in this map, and K1llsen's going to be starting out with just that.
Yeah, and Ranger is a very important common pick on this map because you just know how good that orb is. It can get you from heavy to mega in under a second, or just from one side to the map to the other very easily. And on a multi-level layered map like Blood Run, that's a very important ability to have. Mega will be up in 10 seconds. Heavy will be up slightly first, but it doesn't seem as if the players are going to wait that long for a fight. Here we go. K1llsen, are you going to push in? Nah, he...
Rail him. What are you doing? He had LG out? I don't know, he wasn't railing.
Yeah, he's going for the long distance nail gun, very unreliable. Maybe he thought that his opponent was lower than he was.
Just channeling his inner agent, I think. Choosing the tribal over the rail.
K1llsen still pushing through after taking quite a bit of damage right there. He's up to 60 points of health right now, and the stacks are pretty balanced at this point. CNZ might be able to make something out of this, but of course K1llsen has got that mobility, he's got that orb. Good reads on CNZ as well. Oh, and there we go, that 11 points of damage. That's not going to do much, but it is going to give away CNZ's position.
And it might have won him the heavy as well. It's going to be the Flame Strike now down another time. That rail's going to miss a little, unfortunately for him. Goes to the LG instead. Hits a nice rail to follow up. And CNZ doesn't have the HP to actually do this one. K1llsen, does he know how low CNZ is going to be? You can see him protecting the teleporter. You can hear him running under him.
Yeah, CNZ is in a pretty decent spot right now because he does have the blood pool right there, but he's not going to wait for anything. He's just going to push through, taking quite a bit of damage right there, but he's still alive. This is good for K1llsen though, because now he can really establish a good rotation on the items. Mega first, 10 seconds later, heavy armor. But there is CNZ looking to challenge him.
But what worries me though, Flea, is the fact that he knew Flame Strike was on cooldown. He knew CNZ was low. And K1llsen's already shown in the last round before that he's very cautious to ever push into Death Knight, even with Mega and Heavy both picked up at the same time. So I feel like that should have been, that was a mistake at a K1llsen. They should have forced the fight right there. And now he's actually potentially going to fall from this one. And all that time wasted, all that previous engagements gone for naught because he got nothing out of this.
Yeah, control can swap oh so quickly, and I do agree that K1llsen probably left some opportunities unattended too. Heavy will be up first, but this CNZ is all the way down below. If he wants to get it on time, he's probably going to have to rocket jump or grow through the teleporter. That's opening himself up to potential lots amounts of damage. Not quite yet though. Oh, K1llsen preventive frame strike in the air. Not really finding any damage. And Heavy has been taken. CNZ still stuck there, but he lands the vertical rail and some damage with the flames too. Oh, that's a great play by CNZ.
I'm surprised to not see actually CNZ just go for the rocket jump out of that position, because we saw him earlier on when K1llsen was just railing him from below and got him down to very low HP when he went for the orb to follow up with. But he took a lot of damage from that one as well, but eventually got the kill. Now K1llsen down by 2 with 2 minutes left to go. He's got to pick up the pace here and look for the opportunity to get this fried.
And he is on Galena, and as we discussed before, that's definitely not the best champion to chase frags with, although on Bloodrun she is a pretty multi-purpose one. Trapping those teleporters can be so effective, but CNZ is just dishing out the damage with those rails. K1llsen so far doesn't really have an answer to it, and I think that CNZ is definitely looking at the clock already.
I can hear K1llsen around the corner. Flame Strike comes through. K1llsen's low on HP. That rail's not going to connect. But I like that precaution out of CNZ to not chase that one down, realizing, hey, I can just drag out the time. It's only 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go, and I'm up by 2. And he's going to need this round as well. He needs to start stacking some things up because K1llsen is basically on to map point.
Yeah, both major items are up at around the same time, though, but CNZ is probably going to go for the rocket jump. Not quite high enough. This is giving K1llsen an opportunity. If he knows, but he probably doesn't. He probably safely assumed that CNZ did get a hold of that Heavy, decided not to push right away, and now there's just 1 minute left. K1llsen still 2 frags to make up. He's got to start putting on the pressure. CNZ holding down that tri-bolt area. Mega will be up in just a few seconds. I wonder if K1llsen is already going to go for an engagement here, maybe try for a sneaky rail through the grate, because he is up there somewhere. CNZ reads it, but he doesn't go for a shot. Mega will be going to him.
But K1llsen's out of time. He has to fight. I mean, you're going to lose the round anyways. You might as well lose it in style, and you might as well lose it going out fighting. Again, he's got, I think, about 2 totems down, but the totems, again, don't matter when CNZ's playing this passive. He's going to come around the corner. He's going to now know where CNZ is, but I feel like the time is just, it's going to be gone here. Even if he gets the engagement he wants, he still has to worry about the Flame Strike.
Yeah, absolutely. As our friend Zoot would say, there is definitely still time, but that is running out quickly. 15 seconds, and CNZ is just disappearing off the map and somehow still dishing out that damage. K1llsen has no response to, oh my god, okay, maybe he does have one, but at this point it's over and done because CNZ could still delay the spawn. Anyways, getting a round for himself on the scoreboard, 2-1. K1llsen looking slightly less dominant in the last one. CNZ, good place.
See, I'm wondering, is K1llsen giving too much respect to CNZ now on the Death Knight?
He might very well be. I mean, there were a few situations where, especially when CNZ didn't have the flames up, that K1llsen still just treated him as if he did. And yeah, if you just take your foot off the throttle for a little bit too long against someone against CNZ, then that can turn south very quickly. And there we go, CNZ jumping through the teleporter. K1llsen is right there waiting with the heavy nail gun. Oh, might find a second frag right away. Rockets are solid. Down goes CNZ. And
notice K1llsen didn't start with Ranger this time, going with the Galena, I would assume, just to deal with the Death Knight. Pop that totem down to mitigate some damage and heal you in the fight. if you do get in close proximity, realizing the Ranger was very iffy for him before, but with 2 quick frags, I'm not going to say it's over for this map, but that's going to be looking very good because now that I mentioned he catches out CNZ on the drop,
wow.
K1llsen will get the first map. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Too easy for him.
He's happy. Damn, that was a good and a quick round. 3 frags in around 40 seconds. K1llsen definitely stepping up the pace right there and taking it home.
See, even he's like, what happened in that round? Like, that was some major missteps out of CNZ.
Yeah, he's not happy.
But still, I mean, even though K1llsen won that pretty convincingly, yeah. I'm not 100% convinced on the respect he gave Death Knight. I understand you have to. Like, same with the Ranger, you have to give some respect to it. But I still feel like he gave almost too much respect at some points. He let him get away in situations where other players would have just locked that down.
I definitely agree with that, yeah. We can also take a quick look at the scoreboard, and you can immediately tell if you look at the pickups how dominant K1llsen was in terms of picking up those major items, outclassing both CNZ on both heavy and mega this time around, dealing more damage and being more accurate too. Or same accuracy, actually.
I was looking at the rails more importantly, 6 actual connections for CNZ versus the 13 out of K1llsen, so doubling that and almost doubling him in the accuracy as well, because they shot around the same amount of rails, but K1llsen was a lot more successful. And actually, in 2 of those 6 were when CNZ got the frag from Tribal on the double rail.
And that's so crucial, because it's just at 90 damage, it just completely stops someone's attack more often than not.
I'm just curious as we get into Corrupted Keep if it's going to matter too much. Obviously, rail not going to be on this map, but the LG seem pretty strong out of K1llsen. And I think I was mentioning this yesterday that his rockets always have looked good to me. His rail has always been solid, but his lightning gun as well has really stepped up since like the last lands we've seen him. And that's a very important thing to have, especially when you're coming to a land with 0 ping. LG's technically even stronger at that rate.
Yeah, just same like with the nail gun. Nail gun on land is oh so powerful. Also worth pointing out is that that was actually CNZ's map that K1llsen won, so he's definitely at an advantage right now. This is his own map pick, this is the one that he chose himself, so he should be at an advantage here and set to take it 2-0.
And the pressure for CNZ as well, realizing, well, if I lose this one, I have to play against Sirius.
Yeah.
In the elimination match.
Yeah, absolutely. K1llsen wins this map. He is true. He is in the money. Going into that final day, the loser still has to play one more game. And I think that the fatigue is starting to wear on players too.
Yeah, well, what we're going to see as we kick this one off, we got Galena up against Death Knight. K1llsen going to be starting with the DK and already connecting with a bunch of damage off the bat. Mega has been taken away by K1llsen, who's been able to get both items off of that. And with 79 HP, this actually might be an opportunity for K1llsen to push in, especially with no LG for CNZ to fight on the staircase.
Oh, CNZ solo. K1llsen is going to move in for the kill. That 20 damage shotgun will finish it off. And there's actually a pretty decent spread.
Respawn!
K1llsen, be careful. The flames. Oh, but he bounces him away at just the right time. That was such a crucial rocket.
Oh!
K1llsen.
I was gonna say, you're like, K1llsen, be afraid because the Death Knight's there. I was actually more like more afraid for CNZ because he had no weaponry to combat with. He had to have hit the flame strike, but K1llsen was able to dodge out on the majority of it.
Yeah, that was such a good rocket because he hit that just before CNZ went for the flame strike and it knocked him away.
He's guarding LG as well. He's like, all right, I know you want this gun, but you're not getting it. But now he does have it because he's traded positions with them.
But this is good. K1llsen backing off, getting out of range of that LG and using the heavy machine gun. And of course, everybody wants to have the LG on any map. But on a smaller map like this, especially when you're playing as BJ, that weapon is oh so important. Heavy will be up in 2 seconds, and then there's a long delay, around 5 seconds in between the 2 major items. So that could prove good for the person in control.
Which is K1llsen.
At this point, definitely is K1llsen, yeah. He's got that armor advantage. And CNZ is, of course, down to his final champion. Might make him play just a little bit more cautious. Oh, there we go. K1llsen getting off that opening damage. And that's important, because those 15 damage bullets, they start adding up near a while. Oh, almost out of the map.
Yeah, well, no Buckster happening here in this one.
Definitely not. Let's hope not.
But, I mean, K1llsen, he's holding that bend, just trying to build up the time he needs to get his Flame Strike back up. That's going to be Mega being taken away. Seems he actually get both items, so K1llsen's going to let this one go. But he still has the 2 champion lead. He knows the pressure's on CNZ's shoulders, not his. So he can play around this. And that was a good initial opener.
And the flames, that damage, that starts adding up over time. K1llsen definitely is the one with lower stack though, but he might actually make something happen here and get himself onto that mega health shortly. Trying to put down some defensive rockets, but in comes CNZ from an angle he wasn't expecting, and CNZ will make up a frag. 1-2, gonna make his way over to the heavy. K1llsen, are you gonna drop for this? This could be bad. Slight miss time. Good attempt by K1llsen, and CNZ is not deterred at all. It's just gonna chase him with a little bit of a shaft.
I like how he actually he ignored heavy, and he went for the chase knowing he had the weaponry advantage, and he had not much to be afraid of K1llsen. The duel was popped out of K1llsen, who went with, I think, the double machine guns, and now he's going to be pressured on again. CNZ's fighting back in this round. The rocket connects on the exit, and there's the nail gun to pin him up against the wall. And I'll put it into a one-on-one here with K1llsen up against BJ.
Yeah, really good comeback from CNZ, keeping his cool throughout all of those engagements. Mega will be his, but that's a huge rocket coming out of K1llsen. His totem will be blown up. Those stacks are kind of similar. K1llsen, great rocket. This might be his ticket onto that heavy armor, and indeed he will get it. Now CNZ backing up. He knows that he's outstacked. He knows that he's got to play it a little bit carefully.
Oh no. Oh, K1llsen just heard that. But K1llsen's not going for the drop. He's going to be respecting the dual wield that CNZ does have.
Yeah, both players really slowing it down right now. Crouch walking, or rather just normal walking, not to make any sound whatsoever. And Mega will be going to K1llsen. That's the first Mega he's gotten in quite some time.
I think K1llsen's going to have to almost give up heavy. He can try to contest it for some damage, but he can't get in close proximity of CNZ when he has dual wield, and K1llsen does not have totem. So gives that one up. Does go for the trade on the major items. But again, the pace has been slowed down. I think both players realize, like, oof, we don't want to lose this first round here on Corrupted Keep.
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
for K1llsen. He had a two-kill lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's also that mental factor too, you know? Coming back from a map down, that's always difficult, especially when it turns into 2 maps down. So, gotta be impressed by the mental state of these players. They're very resilient to these kinds of things.
Also, K1llsen waiting for the totems to triple stack. And that's about the time where K1llsen should start challenge out on heavy. If he can maintain these totems, get his natural health stack from that alone, and then contest heavy and have another totem to plop down for extra HP.
Yeah.
It's got to be the game plan for him, but the problem is CNZ's starting to push in. The triple totem has come down. He's going to have the overstack again here, and CNZ, will he expect it?
Good opening rocket from K1llsen. He's just going to run right back onto his totems, and here he goes, but jumps right into that LG, and he goes down 8 HP left on CNZ. Now, that was a close one. Clever plays by K1llsen at the end there, though, because he knew both were down to their last champion, so it's basically overtime already at that point. It's sudden death no matter what. So he was just playing it slow and waiting to get those totems up. CNZ not looking, or, well, he won, but still kind of exasperated with that.
You see his face there like that. He's not happy with how he did win that, losing 2 champions off the get-go, and obviously putting one toe closer into the grave.
Yeah, CNZ has got himself that LG. It was better in that situation. There comes the flames, but they just collide a second too soon. That could have been huge damage. K1llsen just waited a fraction of a second longer. Heavy machine gun damage starts to add up. CNZ definitely the lower one of the two. There's a slight delay between the 2 major items. This could be K1llsen's ticket into getting heavy and then making his way over to Mega as well. CNZ is going to drop on it, jumping right into K1llsen. K1llsen getting bounced a little bit too far away to continue that fight.
Yeah, but K1llsen still has a really good health stack. No armor left, and unfortunately for him, no light armor to pick up over near Boneyard. But he's looking to come in at the double 50s, catches him in the room, and CNZ does a lot of damage with LG, but it's just not enough to overpower the rocket damage that K1llsen can throw out.
Yeah, K1llsen just had the better positioning right there, and those rockets, they are murderous. You mentioned it earlier that you just know K1llsen for his amazing rockets, and well, he is delivering. No rail on this map, so definitely no rail soul, but he's coming by with the other weapons just the same. Just waiting for heavy, it seems like. I don't know if K1llsen has got the exact timing on it. CNZ was the last one to pick it up, but he's really early. That's still 15 seconds to go. K1llsen, don't get caught out right here. He's just going to vacate the area. Clever play, no rockets either. And he doesn't even have a tri-bolt. Very little explosive power. He does have those flames though, and he's gonna push into CNZ. He realized that CNZ had the tri-bolt, and if you can get close enough to a person with the tri-bolt, it's very unlikely that it's going to be doing a lot of damage to you.
And he also got a lot of unreturned damage too. A lot of free 7s out there. As he can be happy about that. Actually, this rocket place as CNZ gives him a little bit of a boost. A little bit of a help here to get across the map a little bit quicker. But that tri-bolt, as you mentioned, it does some work.
Yeah. Oh, there come the flames, and he's shooting them right back. K1llsen, not phased whatsoever. He sees those flames an inch to the left of his face. He's just like, you know what? I've got some of those myself. Sending them right back downrange.
Who ordered the barbecue? That was ridiculous. It gives him the 2 champion lead again. to be fair, we've seen K1llsen actually throw this lead in the last round.
Yeah.
Or I say throw, CNZ fought his way valiantly back into this.
K1llsen not looking the right way. Luckily for him, CNZ didn't drop on him. But CNZ is setting up a little bit of a trap right there. Good opening rocket by K1llsen. That's immediately going to push him back down. And he's hearing those rockets, so he knows kind of where CNZ is waiting at right now.
I'm just going to see him now. The dual wheel comes out. There's the fight.
Yeah.
Well, if you weren't full the first time, there's some more barbecue.
It's
second.
It's always a difficult decision to make, because on the one hand, if you dodge too much in the same small area, as K1llsen was doing right there, then you're opening yourself up to those flames. But if you're dodging just in a straight line too much to the left or to the right, that LG tracking can be enormous. Oh, flames not going to do any damage whatsoever, and K1llsen is just going to land those rockets tremendously.
Nice
Having to
little change.
switch, yeah, that's a good call, because that would have been a difficult rocket to hit. So
You even saw him, right? Excuse me. He actually was like, wait, you're not dead? Because he started to turn away after the third shot. He's like, wait, how are you still alive? And then went with the machine gun. By the way, to your point about the LG dual wield versus the flame strike, or the fire strike there.
oh, what a rocket.
K1llsen also, I think, intentionally didn't move far left and right to control where CNZ was, because obviously there's a lot of players who use tracking by moving instead of the mouse. That's again, wow. Okay, 43 seconds in. Didn't get my point out before K1llsen took that round. But yes, I think intentionally he didn't move that much to keep CNZ there, so he would get the easy kill with the fire strike. But now he's one round away from getting through to tomorrow.
K1llsen looking rock solid right now, happy with himself too, and why should he not be? Here we go, K1llsen starting this one off on the Death Knight. This could very well be the final round of the series. Looking out with that heavy machine gun, in comes CNZ.
Start with BJ this time, by the way.
Yeah,
switching things up here.
Definitely. I mean, so far it hasn't been working out that well, especially after that last round. 42 seconds, something like that it was. So might as well switch it up. Try something that you feel might work better to counter that Death Knight. Both items are going to be up at just around the same time. So both players... Oh! Spoke too soon. Both players are not immediately going to go back to their own camps. It is CNZ who's going to push out a little bit more aggressively. K1llsen at 100, 100. CNZ has got the stack advantage, but he's got him locked down. Doing a decent amount of damage, not all that much, but that 100 damage rocket, that's going to help. K1llsen is going to push in. Can he still find CNZ? He's hoping to cut him off towards heavy. K1llsen is about to drop down on him. Great, what? 19 damage on that rocket? I was about to say, that looked like an enormous one. K1llsen, you might have wanted to push that fight there, man. He was extremely low, but of course it's easy for us to say. CNZ is coming up, the bounce pad getting knocked back down. And actually CNZ, a really good reversal right there, because definitely looked like K1llsen was poised to take that frag.
Oh, this is killable. This is doable here, 25 HP. That rocket, though, might have just shut this down. They will trade frag for frag, but K1llsen's going to be happy to get rid of the BJ. The problem is he's going to be up against Death Knight, but luckily for him, he will have the K1llsen to help combat that damage that Death Knight can do.
Yep, K1llsen definitely one of the most defensive champions in the game. Probably a good choice against someone such as DK. And actually evades all of the flame damage right there. This is really good by K1llsen, because he now knows that he has a significant amount of time in which CNZ does not have his ability up at all. Might be able to take advantage of that.
It's definitely going to look to here.
Yeah, he's still missing those rockets, though. That's definitely going to be the weapon that he wants, as well as heavy machine gun. He's going to loop back for it. Gonna leave it up just a little longer. Focus on Mega first. CNZ right below him. This could be a big fight.
Ooh. This is free damage. Only gets about 53 off of that. The fire strike now going to be down, so he knows he can afford to make a push and happen. He's got heavy on top. He also has a totem to fight with here. He's going to look straight for the fight. And he's going to catch him in the room.
Yeah, good use of the fire strike by CNZ right there, though, because either you get a lot of damage, which would be even better, but if you don't, you're still basically blocking off the doorway with 3 flame tracks. Here we go, K1llsen getting a good angle that CNZ did not expect. K1llsen definitely the one with the bigger stack right now. He might be able to finish it shortly. He is one champion down, though, so he is the one who needs to force at least one more frag in the next 2 minutes.
Luckily for him, though, this isn't a gigantic map, so it's a lot more viable for K1llsen to chase you down here than on other maps. This has the opportunity to lock down the LG, so if he does get this frag, he can maybe surprise CNZ if he comes to the teleporter. K1llsen doesn't actually know that CNZ was there around the corner. But he's looking like he wants to camp this, make this his little home.
Yeah, I mean, we saw K1llsen employ the strategy before. Stick to that side of the map, get your 3 totems up. That's a risky jump, though. That LG is pushing him back and hurting oh so much. He's waiting for CNZ to come through a teleporter. Is he even going to do it? Not in time. Mega will be there for K1llsen. And now stacks are actually pretty even. K1llsen super aggressively. I don't know if he's aware.
Oh,
wow. What a rocket. CNZ! CNZ going for that jump.
It's not even fair sometimes, the shots that he hits. And he actually catches him on the respawn there. Potentially could have caught him towards Heavy Machine Gun. Instead, he's going to back away, take some armor. He realizes he's Galena against Galena, and he knows CNZ does not have LG. He's got he almost had triple totems down for a split second there, but CNZ cleaned up one of them.
Yeah, and now K1llsen, he's got the armor. CNZ has got none. Can he even get on Mega? He can. But K1llsen is chasing him down. Might be able to get top positioning on him right here. Oh, he sees. That's a great rocket. CNZ solo. And that will be it. K1llsen screaming. He's happy. Look at that smile and that thumbs up. That's the face of a man who's moving into day 3.
Face of a man that only a mother could love. No, K1llsen, he's got to be excited for this. He has to be so proud as well. Okay, I didn't see that the first time, but I'm glad we have the instant replay of it. But he's got to be really proud too, because he lost to CNZ yesterday, and now he's come through out of his group as the #1 seed.
Yeah, amazing. Also, we are joined once again by our host, Jahar. How did you enjoy that game?
A lot quicker than I expected it to be, actually. I won't lie. K1llsen was definitely feeling on his game, obviously. It wasn't just the fact that he took the rounds, took the maps, but every frag was just so decisive.
Yeah, it was. The only round that wasn't decisive, funny enough, was the very second round in Corrupted Keep, where he had a 2-champion lead, and he just blew it. Out of nowhere.
Everybody gets one, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah, but he looked good. His rail was on point. His rockets were definitely on point. His LG.
Especially on Corrupted Keep, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, his rail was fantastic in Corrupted Keep. 100% accuracy. Didn't miss a single shot. But no, he's looking fantastic. And again, just to point back to what Rafa said, Rafa's one of those players that gets better as the tournament goes on. K1llsen, I feel like, is the exact same way because he looked so much different than yesterday to today.
Yeah, absolutely. K1llsen is looking so solid moving into day 3. I mean, I think he's a real contender for first place at this point.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's looking good, is he not? Yeah. I mean, he did drop a game earlier in the upper bracket, but
he's looking fantastic. I think once we get him out of this group now and get him into playoffs, things are going to be a little bit different. I mean, this group has been one of the most interesting groups of the day. Jeez, and it has been a long day, as is now obvious. But now there's CNZ versus Sirius coming up next. K1llsen's got to feel good about just being able to kick back a little bit, relax, get some Zs in, maybe get some more practice games. And honestly, after a win like this, if I was K1llsen, I'd be like, all right, let's do playoffs right now. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be proud. He's got to be really proud. And again, he hasn't had the greatest performances as of late, at least within online tournaments and such. And his last victory was so long ago. But you know what? Thing is, in this tournament, we all had our predictions who was going to win. We had our predictions of top 8. Most of our predictions have been completely blown out of the water. K1llsen could be a major contender now for the title.
I think so too.
Yeah, absolutely. And CNZ, he's going to have his work cut out with him with Sirius coming up next. And actually, we're going to be getting into an interview a little bit here soon, but I wanted to interview Sirius, okay, who did you actually want to take this one? Who were you kind of betting on? Who did you want to avoid in the lower end of the group? And one way or another, it's going to be CNZ.
Yeah, he has no choice. And I think that Sirius is probably happy about the outcome. I mean, because he did lose to K1llsen before,
I don't know if
he
could ever be described as being happy. He exists.
I don't think that's an emotion that he
and he doesn't lose on Awoken, so that's about all there is to him.
And he loves the rail.
Yeah.
That's another thing that we know about him.
All right, well, we're going to be getting into a little bit of a chat here with K1llsen before we let him go. You think that now that you've won the matches, you've won the rounds, you get to go home? Not quite yet. We've got you captive, K1llsen, but congratulations.
Hey. Thank you very much.
So very overall clean rounds, clean matches. You must be feeling like you're riding a high level right now.
Oh, yeah, I feel pretty good right now. I mean, my first day, I kind of struggled a little bit in the first day. So, yeah, I wasn't as confident as I should be. And I earned it back step by step and, yeah, turned out really well. And now, yeah, like you said a little earlier, playoffs, hey, here we are.
Marcel, Jason Kaplan here, live from the studios.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Erst, ich liebe dich. And second of all, we saw you on Blood Run giving a ton of respect to CNZ and to his Death Knight. Can you kind of walk us through like your thought patterns behind that and the reasoning behind it?
Yeah, I mean, Death Knight is really tricky champion, like Ranger is, for example. Just that the fire splash damage is a little bit stronger overall. It's not just 100 HP if it went through you. It can be 150 plus. And that's pretty dangerous, so you gotta keep distance, try to chip damage a little. And yeah, that's just literally the thing what I've been thinking about on that map.
Right, follow-up question perhaps, but this time about the map picks. Back in the day, you were definitely known for your railgun being one of your best weapons, and yet today you picked Corrupted Keep, which is the one and only dual map without a railgun. Does that somehow factor in your decision-making, or do you just feel that you're so balanced with all the other weapons too?
I mean, I know what I'm capable of, especially on maps like Corrupted Keep. I knew from earlier competitions that I'm quite good on that map. And I don't really need the ray gun. I'm also good with LG, chip damage, like Tribolt, machine gun, and my rocket also hits quite well overall. And I don't have to be scared about anyone. But I've been thinking, especially with the matchup against CNZ, how backwadding he is. And that made me choose Corrupted Keep.
Right.
And that's it.
Okay. And of course, with whatever you're feeling right now, don't lose that getting into tomorrow, getting into the playoffs. I haven't taken a look at exactly how it's going to shake out just yet, but is there anybody you're really looking forward to matching up against there?
I really hope, like at some point, I'm facing Klaus because I really like to play against him, and I also think I'm one of the few guys who are able to stop him.
Okay.
Well, somebody has to.
He did in Italy, right?
3 times.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
Never let anybody forget.
You're not counting, though, or anything.
But who's keeping count?
I think tomorrow will be unforgettable as well. So, K1llsen, get some well-deserved rest. We're going to let you go.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much, dude. Have a good night.
Bye.
And, of course, we're going to be getting into our last game, guys.
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride today.
It has.
Yeah, we're coming up on around 11 hours, I believe.
Don't count them. Just don't count them. It's all right. Time is an illusion, but these games are what's real. And Sirius's chances of getting into the playoffs are very real right now.
I mean, absolutely. He beat CNZ before. He was looking pretty solid, even though he lost to K1llsen. It was not an easy victory. It had to go all the way to the 3rd map. I believe it was the final round on the 3rd map.
Those were long maps, too.
Oh, absolutely. They were really close. They could have gone either way. So, Sirius, I think, has got the edge over CNZ in this matchup.
I don't even know what to say when it comes to these matchups, honestly. Because we had CNZ beat K1llsen yesterday. K1llsen beat CNZ today. Sirius looked unstoppable yesterday. Well, Sirius lost his first match today against K1llsen and then beat Avik. Like, everything's so haywire. I feel like it's impossible to predict how this is going to go. And considering this is the first time we're going to see Sirius today on stream, I don't know how well he's been playing today. Well, so I think it's anyone's game.
I feel more than ready to hop on the Sirius hype train, but that'll be leaving the station here in just a few minutes. It's going to be last chances for both CNZ and Sirius as we get into our last group stage game and indeed our last game of the day. So if you missed any of the games before, don't miss this one. We'll catch you in just a minute.